Time doesn't just move forward, sometimes it lingers. It settles into the wood of old houses, whispers through the crack of stone walls, and clings to the air like a memory waiting to be heard. St. Fagans is not just a museum, it's a memory made real. A place where history is not locked behind glass, but stands before you, solid and unchanged. I walk these paths where countless feet have walked before me. I pass homes that have sheltered lifetimes, doors that have opened and closed for centuries. And as I step inside, I do not feel like a visitor. It feels like I've stepped into a story that's still alive, even though the people are long gone. Every home, every chapel, everywhere that doorway holds 1,000 untold stories. Did they ever imagine we would be here? That long after their voices faded, we will still walk this path, still touch the things they left behind. I'm sure there was a time where, in this same spot, there was laughter. I can imagine the scrape of chair against the floor, the warmth of a fire as the family gathered close. This small, quiet moment of everyday life held in place, long after those who lived them have gone. I wonder if the last person to sleep here knows they will be the last. Did they stop for a moment before closing the door behind them? Did they look back? And yet, in some way, they never truly left. Their presence lingers, not in a way that haunts, but in a way that remembers. History is not just something to be studied, it's something to be felt. And here, in this quiet place where time stands still, if you listen closely enough, you might just hear it speak. There are places here where silence feels sacred, where voices from the past still seem to whisper beneath the wooden beams. Maybe someone once sat here, hands folded, whispering a quiet prayer. Or maybe a child once fidgeted beside their mother, feet dangling above the floor. And in the evenings, there was laughter, the warm glow of candlelight, the clinging of mugs as stories were told. Life was actually lived here, and in some quiet, inexplicable way, it still is. I wonder how many generations have stood beneath these branches. How many children have played in this shade? How many lovers have whispered secrets under these leaves? The land does not forget. It tells the stories of those who walked before us. And when we stand here, when we breathe the same air, touch the same earth, we become part of the story too. There's something humbling about a place like this. To stand among these buildings, to walk this path, and to touch the path with your own hands, it makes you realize history is not something distant. It's something near, something breathing, something we are all a part of. And maybe that's the greatest truth of all. The past is never truly gone. It waits for us to listen. If you have watched this video to this very point, I'd like to thank you for watching, and please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.